It appears that Donald Trump Jr. has lied to the investigators from the D.C. District Attorney, who is looking into whether or not there was some kind of fraud with the Trump Inauguration Committee. Now, before we get to the lies, I have to tell you the backstory on what these investigators are looking into. There are reports, and this is, where it all started. They have evidence that suggests that the Trump Inaugural Committee, which inaugural committees are all set up as nonprofits, 501c3s, Trump's was no different, just like all the ones before him. It's a nonprofit. And they claim that this nonprofit obviously rented out a lot of space at Trump's D.C. hotel. Again, not much we can do about that. But the problem arose when the hotel overcharged the inaugural committee, which obviously put a ton of money back in the pockets of the Trump family. And they believe that that is charitable fraud because the hotel jacked up their rates just because they knew they could charge this entity that the Trumps were also running and just make a ton of money because that's what the Trumps do. And the reason we know this is because a woman by the name of Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, and that name is going to come back into play in just a moment, Stephanie Winston Wolkoff has been cooperating with investigators, and she claims that she is the one who brought that, basically raised that red flag to everybody involved in the inaugural committee, including Ivanka Trump herself. Now, Stephanie Winston Wolkoff was a good friend of Melania Trump. And she remained a good friend with Melania Trump, even actually worked for her as First Lady for a few months. The two had a falling out. Winston Wolkoff has a new book, a tell-all about Ivanka Trump. And Donald Trump Jr., when brought in for a video deposition, was asked, hey, do you know, by the way, Stephanie Winston Wolkoff? Because she's the one who raised these concerns. Do you know her? I mean, is that somebody you're familiar with? And he said, I don't recall. I don't know. And then later, he said, I may have met her once, but I honestly, if she was in this room with me right now, I couldn't even point her out. I don't know her, he said. Yeah, it turns out that's a lie. And we know that because, as Mother Jones has reported, there's actually a lot of evidence of Donald Trump Jr. clearly knowing Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, the woman who was basically working not just for his inaugural committee for his daddy, but also was good friends with his stepmom. There's a video the night before the inauguration took place where Donald Trump Jr. is praising Winston Wolkoff. You can actually see that video, by the way. It's in the link in the description and that big Mother Jones piece. The video's there. So he clearly knows her. He's talking about what an amazing job she has done with the inauguration. It's going to be great. Everybody's going to love it. She is an amazing person. On top of that, if that video evidence isn't enough for you, there's text messages. There's always receipts, aren't there, Donny Jr.? The text messages, however, do not. It's not between Wolkoff and Don Jr. It's between Wolkoff and another staffer who says, hey, actually, I'll read them right here. Hey, Stephanie, it's Susie from Ivanka's office. Donald Trump Jr. wants you to call his mobile tonight. Yeah. And Wolkoff had the number. She didn't need somebody to give it to her. She didn't say, oh my God, I've never called him before. She just confirmed the number and said, right here, right? She says, that's Don's mobile. Please confirm you will call him. Thank you. That's from Susie. There's receipts. There's videos. There's receipts. Donald Trump Jr. very clearly lied to these investigators about something inconsequential. That's what's so crazy. Do you know who this woman is? Nope, never heard of her. Dude, if you're willing to lie about the small things that don't matter, it's a clear sign to investigators that you're obviously also lying about other things that do matter. And that probably just got you and this whole investigation into a whole heap of trouble, Donny. Liars eventually get caught, dude. Especially when there's text messages, especially when there's videos. When you're in the public eye, somebody is always watching. But the Trump family never learned that lesson because they never had to learn that lesson. Because they never got in trouble any of the times they got caught until, of course, now. So best of luck with the rest of the investigation, Donny Jr. I'm sure it's totally not going to be a problem that the investigators now know that you're lying to them.